Hello everyone. Happy Friday. Finally, the end of a week. If you had today off because of the holiday, lucky you. I know a lot of places like in my area that don't get the holiday off. My husband does get this holiday off, but I know a lot of people, like my old employers and stuff. I don't know that I've ever worked at a place that got today. But if you had to work today, I am so sorry that you had to work. If you did not have to work today, happy day off. Speaking of the holiday, this upcoming Sunday is a holiday and my family wants to gather for it and everything. So I will not be streaming this upcoming Sunday in respect of all of that. So that way my family can spend time with my little one and stuff. Hey, Euler! Happy Friday! Happy Friday! So excited for it to be the weekend. I will forewarn, very rarely, I do still get a little bit of a frame spike. But I've done a ton to try to limit the frequency of which it happens. A lot of things got fixed. That is totally fair, Euler. Like, totally fair. Fun Girl is taking the holiday off. Totally not going to be hiding any eggs or anything like that. Actually, I probably will be hiding it because I do have a top. So, I mean, I won't be hiding them. They're very colorful. We intentionally got ones that are easy to find, and they will probably just be thrown across the yard for her to pick up because she's a little too young to really understand the concept. This will be her first time being able to run around and pick everything up. So, because this time last year she wasn't walking quite yet. So, this year should be fun and exciting. All right, so not doing some more of the variant dungeon. I am gonna check. Let's see. Alright. Sending a message to a couple people for the variant dungeon because that glamour is an absolute necessity. Like, it's way too gorgeous, and especially being the fabulous Viera that I am, I need the glamour. Like, it's way too way too pretty to pass up. I don't want to know what's happening there. I'm too scared. I'm too scared. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I am a little spaced out, not quite as bad as I'm not spaced out quite as bad as what I was the other day, but I am still a little out of it mentally. I have a doctor's appointment in a few weeks. I'm going to bring up a few things. I have my suspicions as to what's going on with me mentally, but yeah, had a couple people in the free company that they haven't gotten too much of an opportunity to be able to explore the variant dungeon. I haven't done much of the variant dungeon myself. I've only done what's on stream. So I was like, whatever is clever. Like, we could go for any of the paths. I'm down. And what a race at the road's end, you guys. Because apparently we're not the main character of this part of the story. I think it's ridiculous that we're not the main character, but apparently we're not. Oops. I'm hitting control instead of shift. Now I'm hitting the wrong key. So, when I got this microphone, I decided to reposition where my microphone is on my desk. And so it's like right in front of my right eye. I'll get used to it at some point. That or I got hunched down like just a little bit. Because I had it to my left, but it had to like stretch really far across my desk to get to the left. And because I lean a little bit to the right on my desk instead of sitting directly in the center. And because of that, I was like, well, my microphone really won't stretch and come up very well, whereas it will go from above pretty decently. So I have it going from above, and like how I used to do it with this mic, or with my boom arm, was I had it go over top my monitors, but I don't have it going over top my monitors. Oh hey, I might want to, actually use my death design. Or get death design on everything. That might be nice. And, I just was like, hey, I might want to get death design on stuff. Guess what? I still didn't get death design on this mob either. Like, I don't remember which way to go on which path or anything like that. I guess we're going this way. Well, with the IRL HUD, it did actually get cleaned somewhat recently. Because, like, before I started streaming, I got some stuff to update my desk. And I completely just, like, my desk is not the same desk that I had before I started streaming. Like, it is, it has mechanical legs. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. It has, like, it's a sit-stand desk, but I did a butcher's block top on top of it. It's absolutely massive. I'm not used to the size of it and everything, but I also, like, one of the reasons the arm doesn't work the way that I used to have it configured was because, like, one of my monitors is now sitting vertical, and I have a larger monitor than I used to have. Like, I've got a lot of crazy stuff happening with my setup right now. Oops, I don't want to be casting that. Oh my god, I'm doing a terrible job of making sure that the design stays up. Come on, I'm hitting the control key. Oh, there goes the frame dip, but it's okay. I was like, it's not as bad as what it normally is, but no, it is as bad as what it normally is. Okay. Now I'm using a control key, and I need to be hitting the shift key. Little things. Oh. What does she want? Okay. Okay, guess we're going this way. This way works for me. My brain is going to get a little less spacey one of these days and not just go completely silent like it seems to be doing. I'm also going to make sure that I actually use Harvest, or my Soul Sow, that way I have Harvest Moon for the next boss, because I am being terrible at not doing it. Ooh, all kinds of personal spoils. Huzzah! Personal spoils! I love when there's a whole bunch of personal spoils. Whoops, didn't mean to use my AoE. Okay, I should be okay. And, nope. Fruit of the boss to make me have to get out of melee range. Probably could have figured it out, but my brain is just way too spacey to be able to do it. Ah. Gotta keep messing with my rotation. Okay. So there are a couple ranged moves that Reaper has. One of them is at the conclusion of their burst. So this move right here, their Communio, is one of their ranged moves. But it only comes up at the very end of their burst. But then they also have Harp, and then also Soul Sow is another ranged ability. So Reaper actually has a pretty decent ranged toolkit for being a melee DPS. This one is like, that one's the one that's going to come up the most. The one I was just using, which is the Harp. But then this one right here comes up. Whoops, I just ruined that. Yeah, I'm definitely very rusty when it comes to Reaper. The main things I can think of are remnants of what I can remember of it from the brief stint that I made it in Endwalker, just because the server tick issue just made it absolutely impossible for me to play my ninja. And yeah, I had to swap to something, and Reaper was the one that I was finding the most fun at the time. It made it a little difficult just because the other melee DPS in the party was a Dragoon, so it was like we were competing for gear. But then once I swapped back to Ninja, it made it so that we weren't competing for gear nearly as often. Like, typically whatever gear he needed wasn't the same gear that I needed first as far as priority goes. So we were able to juggle a little bit better. But during the brief bit that I had to swap over the Reaper, it did work. But it did make some of the fights a little bit easier being Reaper, just because it, as I said, it has a pretty good ranged kit for being a melee DPS. Like, I know Monk on that front, range sucks, but Reaper does a pretty fine job. Like, having that Harp is probably the best one, but using Soul Sow and getting that insta-cast of Harvest Moon there, that Harvest Moon is going to give you a nice ranged ability. Like, I'm going to go ahead and throw, so that way you can see it. I'm gonna stop attacking that one. I didn't want that. I just wanted to demonstrate something really, really quick. But yeah, usually at the start of battle, you want to make sure that you use Soul Sow. Unlike what I was doing throughout that entire instance, like anytime you're out of combat, you want to use Soul Sow, just because it's an insta-cast, whereas if you are in combat, you're going to have a long cast on it. And here we go again with the frame rates. But as I said, the other one is that Communio, which only comes up at the end of that burst. So that one is probably one that you could rely on very little, but having that Harvest Moon, that Harvest Moon is going to do way more damage than Harp. So it is a very good clutch range ability to have open and available. Yeah, definitely use Soul Sow. So like right now I should be using Soul Sow, so that way it's okay. But yeah, use it outside of combat. That way you're not standing there casting it for a super long period of time. Harp is a very short cast, and Communio also a very short cast. But Minio, you're pretty much going to be using it. So if you have to use it as a range, use it as a range is perfectly fine. I almost never... Whoops. Did not mean to cast harp there. I hit the wrong key on my mouse. But yeah, I don't rely on having Communio up. It's usually just use Harvest Moon because, well, it's a higher damage, 800 for the first enemy and 40% less for less remaining enemies compared to a harp has a lower potency at 300. It's definitely going to be doing much more damage. Okay. I was like, what's our Kibben doing back there? Just chatting it up because apparently she's the MC of this story. Like, God. Here she. Tell us that we're not the MC and then has the audacity to take up all of our time. Like, bodyguard is ready to go. Okay. What did she want with this tree again? I don't remember what she wants with the tree. I actually don't think I've gotten this path yet. Right? Like, the merchant over here is like, guess what? I'm going to talk to everybody. I'm going to take all the time in the world doing all this meandering and everything like that. And, like, the merchant should be the one that is like, nah, we need to get going, guys. Not the bodyguard over here like, come on. Yes, and then it's like, oh no, that one chick who has really high expectations on everything is so sad that we didn't give her what she wanted. Boo-hoo. Oh my god. Of course she doesn't, because why would she? I'm gonna ruin that part of my rotation. Go ahead and use Soul Sow. Or, use my Harvest Moon. Okay, so the one next to me is bad. The one over there is bad, so I'm gonna make my way this way. Like, I get that she's supposed to be, like, really smart and stuff, but... so rude. We don't get to be the main character. Whoops. I should have used my gluttony. Whoopsie. Whoopsie. Oh yeah, we got the seeds and crap. And those seeds are gonna come back to haunt us. know how I remembered where the opening was with that, but I somehow remembered. Okay, so southwest is bad, north is bad. Where I'm at's good. Dang it. I keep missing that gluttony proc. Where's the safe? Okay, north is safe. Okay, and I made sure I used Soul Sow that time. That way I had Harvest Moon up. I felt like it was easier to remember that for Savage because it was just like, as soon as you'd load back in after you wiped, you just, I mean, that was like the very first thing you did as everybody was loading back in. Didn't have to worry about remembering, oh, between pull, or before the next mob gets pulled. And though it doesn't look like I got the frame rate thing completely resolved, it does seem like my my mic is not picking up my keyboard sounds unless I am talking while I'm pressing. Like I was watching my meter as I was mashing the keyboard and it was picking up absolutely none of it. Like, but that's fun. What do you want with these flowers? Come on. Let's go. We don't have time for picking the flowers, you silly merchant. I do think I've got this. Oh, this does not look familiar. At least it's not sprouting to mind. It's like the dudes outside looked familiar. And I know I'm like stacked on stuff, but I'm like trying to save as much as I can for the boss. Let me pick up the box. At some point, I am gonna get some emotes for Zelda set up on the stream deck too. I just haven't done it yet. Come on, stop. It, like, doesn't realize I'm still holding down on the control key some of the time. Ah. Oh, come on. I was sure I was going to make it over there in time. That's what I get for trying to be greedy. There goes the frames. Whoops. Oh, I stepped over too soon. I thought it had already gone off. My bad. I think this one's saved. Oh, apparently, I was not paying attention. Damn it. Okay. Do I have things down in my inventory? I have a cordial, high cordials. I may as well just wall it, because I don't think I have a, Oh, of course, now... Oh no, that is, that's just some cloth. It just looks like a phoenix down. I was like, of course. Of course. I find a phoenix down. Don't have a phoenix down. Just looked like a phoenix down. Okay. Waking up. Get the death sign on her. Going first. Come on, I'm hitting the control key. sure I'm on this side. And move over. I forgot that my mouse sometimes does that if I hit the alternator key on my mouse. It makes me lose the fact that I'm holding down the control key on my keyboard. Okay. Far side, back here. Okay. I don't need it. I was paying attention that time. Okay. Okay, my brain really, really needs to freaking wake up. Come on. One thing I do absolutely also love about Reaper is not just its flexibility of going into range, but I also love the Arcane Crest a lot. Because you pop it, you take the requisite amount of damage, and when it bursts, it gives a nice heal over time to everybody. Like, it's such a nice little thing to have. It's so nice. And you get it every 30 seconds, so you can pop it so often. Let's see, how many pot shards am I at? Up to 24 pot shards, so that's pretty good. I can get a decent amount of glam so far, but still can't get quite all of it. But I need all the glamour, all of it. It's all so pretty. It all needs to be mine. And thank goodness we're getting that glamour chest update to say, hey, all the artifact gear is going to be able to go into the armoire, because oh wait, what sucks is not being able to dye stuff, but I did throw a whole bunch of artifact gear that I don't even have dyed into my glamour chest. Like, you know what, it would be nice to be able to pull it out and throw it in an armoire and not have it take up space. And the few pieces that I do already have dyed to that jet black, they're staying in there. They're not moving. not 2. 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I did not use my soul so. Let's see, what level have I gotten to with Reaper? 97. So, gotten quite a few levels with doing this. So, now, granted, I have been doing some of my daily stuff with the test streams and everything. So, that's totally been helping. But I have not been doing front lines. Just because, especially like during the day, during the week especially, like there's no getting in with that long of a queue. I go sit there and wait on that. And now she's like all the way up there. The tree, if you don't mind. Nom nom nom. Of course she wants to eat the food. I mean, she started off all of this eating a piece of damn charcoal. So of course these apples are gonna look freaking amazing. Of course they are. Anything's gonna look amazing compared to what we first saw her eating. Like that introduction to her with eating the charcoal, it was like, that seems gross. Hit those dots on everything. Or not the dot, but the damage buff. Okay. Hello, Genie of the Lamp. Hello, sir. Hello. I'm also used to using True North so much. It's like, I don't need to. I somehow managed to stand in that because why wouldn't I? Oops. Hello, Mom. Blow me up. Thank you. Yes, I am not about to Reaper solo that. That was just not gonna go well. I was trying to remember how to read that one. I think I remember now. Hop right into this. Oh, and I didn't use also. Well. Other thing, like, I'm sure there will be a moment that there will be enough downtime in this fight where I could actually use Soul Sow and get it back up, but that means that I've missed an opportunity to use Harvest Moon elsewhere. Okay, and he's triggering that one, which means... oh. I was like, my gut was saying that one, but I'm like, you know what? If we're all going, we may as well all go down. I thought we were all gonna go down. And there goes my frames. Actually, while I'm waiting to get picked back up, I am going to close out a couple things here, see if it helps the frames issue. I'm like, I'm just gonna go with my gut this time. Okay, which side's gonna tether? Okay, so he's going to that side. That one's gonna go straight through. Ah! And then he also has that going. I'll go ahead and renew the variant cure, so that way there's the rehabilitation dot. I've got a second here. Dang it, let me target the dang bots. That would have been a good time for me to throw my shield out, and I did not do that. No, I'm not going to take the requisite damage. Okay, where's he going to tether? Where's he going to tether? Where's he going to tether? Alright, this side. Alright. Let's do a little bit of a bog dance. Whee! If you haven't done the Moogle Society, they have the cutest. Make sure to do the Moogle Society, because, I mean, that dance, it's so cute. Okay, either I don't have these ones as a mount, or I feel like they missed an opportunity to give us these guys as a mount as the end of the regular variant dungeon. Like, come on. Look how cute they are. They're so cute. And they already have the model, like, they already have a mount version of them that's just a different skin. Like, just... Like, I want a mount. Oh no, where's she going? Where's she going? Oh, look at these flowers! These flowers, oh my goodness, flowers! Such a missed opportunity with those guys, they're so cute! Like, it would have been so easy, and honestly, it probably would have easily became my favorite mount. Like that. It doesn't matter how many mounts I've got, that one is just going to be my favorite for a long time. Because, I mean, I like the color purple in case my hair wasn't obvious. And they're adorable. Wasn't targeting anything, apparently. Go away, Will o' the Winds. Go down. Oh, that one's still standing. I thought that one was down already. Oh, that was my bad. Was there something that was supposed to happen there? Whoops. Oh, whoops. I get this up. And I'll just get first. Yeah, I totally mistimed it because you definitely want to get the Kumio in there before the drop of your buff. Let's just probably go together. Okay. Throw the shield out. Get those spikes. She's facing, I guess. And talk to the side because she's still going the same direction. I feel like she's going to end up like trying to throw us off because she's going to change her direction there. Like little does she realize I'm prepared. Line up with this quite right. Dang it. Okay. Come on. Did not want to move. It's just like, no, I am staying right here. I am too lazy for that shit. Even though I am floating, I'm not even freaking walking. Like, I'm just gonna float and take my sweet ass. I'm getting over there. She is not having it with our shit. Okay, not my side. Okay, so she's not going to throw us off this time. There goes my frames. I was totally not even paying attention. Found an ant. It was being annoying. It's better than, there was one time I was in the middle of class, and this was like during COVID era. And sorry, I was distracted by mechanics. But during COVID era, it was like I was like in the middle of giving a presentation for this class, and with that presentation, suddenly a giant spider appeared, and I am absolutely terrified of spiders. So I seriously screamed in the middle of my presentation, and then I had to mute my microphone. And like, I had the entire class like seriously concerned for my well-being. I'm like, I'm so sorry. But there was a giant spider, I couldn't help it. Like, the ant wasn't like quite that bad, but it was like I just happened to see it like out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, nope, this needs to go away. This is not okay. This ant is not okay. Yes, I did scrape before meeting. And what made it even better, it was a co-presentation, and unfortunately, it was one of those cases where like, typically I would have expected the other person that was presenting with me to kind of take over and fill in the gap, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I carried that presentation. Like, I put it all together. I researched all of it. I wrote the entire paper because we had to write like a paper and everything with it, and it was a linear programming thing, and with the linear programming, like I had written some code to find the solution to this linear program. I had written a paper in LaTeX, which apparently, like, the other people in my class had no idea how LaTeX worked, and I'm like, this is very standard for math. Like, from what I understand of other universities, like, they hold on. But yeah, I had put a whole bunch of it together, and like, I tried to, before everything, I got my partner all up to speed, but he was very overwhelmed because it was his first semester teaching, and he was trying to take classes full time, and I was like, you know what, I understand that is really stressful. Let me help you out. I'm gonna take the lead on this on putting all this together. You do the presentation. And it was one of those moments that we got to the code part, and I was like, you know what? Don't even worry about the code part. I will present that part. You present absolutely everything else. But we got to the code part, then I found that spider. I screamed, and yeah, it was just like all hell broke loose. And yeah, I'm like, I am yeah, I know that I scared a bunch of people. Like, I composed myself fairly quickly, I'd like to think, and was like, I'm alive, I'm sorry. It was just, there was a giant spider, and like with how the room I was in was set up, it had these weird trim things around the corners, and it hid behind one of the trim things. So, I like sat there as I was presenting, wasn't even looking at what I was presenting, and was just staring at that corner the entire rest of the time. And I'm like, I'm sorry if whatever is happening on my screen is not following what I'm talking about. I just have to make sure that this spider is not going to come get me. Like, I was just like, no, we're not having it with this spider. And fortunately, it stayed hidden. And then my partner was like, I didn't have too much longer to present. Like, I finished my portion and then was like, okay, I'm gonna hand it off back to him and go take care of the spider, because we're not living in this situation. And it's like, in the area that I live in, like, spiders are a very regular thing, but I'm also like I should be used to spiders. But apparently spiders do learn your schedule and they try to like hide. They don't want to be found. They want to leave you at peace so that way they could be left at peace. And it was one of those moments I'm like, either this spider did not learn my schedule or was so drastically wrong. It was so wrong. Yeah, it's just, it really, really did not help. It was a big spider. If it had been a relatively small spider, it would have been one thing, but it was like, I was a decent distance away from it, and I mean, maybe my memory is just playing tricks on me, but I'm like, I swear, I could see a hair on that thing from where I was sitting. Yeah, maybe it was her first day. Could have totally been that spider's first day. And I think it managed to get away from me, so I think it eventually I think it eventually got out or something, but like I do think it lived. Like I don't think it perished on that day. I don't think it was a first and last for that spider. We gotta pick up the boxes. Yeah, I could totally do all the bodyguarding as I'm carrying boxes. Yeah, I'm totally doing the best job bodyguarding right now. Totally. Because nobody can ambush us if I'm carrying boxes. Like, I'm totally on my toes. There are freaking boxes in my hands. Like, yeah, totally don't need multiple hands to swing my scythe around. They'd be so silly in this game sometimes. Alright, merchant. I forgot to use soul, so. Oops. I'm hitting the wrong button. Yeah, I may as well just target that one down, because it... Yeah, this is, like... That cast timer is just way too long, so it's like, yeah, it's like you may as well use it outside of combat, because it will be an insta-cast instead of having that cast timer. Hello, Genie. We meet again. I should have just held off on using my burst until I had Arcane Circle up, but it is what it is. Okay. Only got... Oh no, he does. There's a lever. Okay. But he is going that one anyway, which means he's going to disable that one. Means this is the save. Let's see, now I still have another minute on a Arcane Circle. I may as well go ahead first. 1 minute cooldown burst. I was not paying attention, so I totally ate that. Nom nom nom. Delicious. I didn't even realize that those assholes were still there. My man. I'm over there like, surely to God there's something I'm missing here. And sure enough there was. Okay. Alright, which one of those is he switch at? Alright. I'm paying attention. Pay attention. I see those guys on the edge. And I see that they splash back up. not a good spot that I picked. Which trigger is he gonna hit? Okay, he's gonna turn that one off, which means this one here is safe. I was like, I don't know that this is actually gonna go off before he goes down, but I'm still gonna throw that shield out there just in case, because I mean, free. So I may as well. Like, no sense in me saving that shield for the next fight, because by the time we get to the next fight, like, cooldown's gonna be done. So I might as well just in case. Oh, come on, frames. Okay, here we go. Alright, so seems like she wants to know what way we want to go. She wants to know. Okay. Indeed, these waters hold treasures. I think we're going with not to kill yet, so I'm gonna stand back here and hum until he decides he's going to try and eat me. How rude. Yawning maw, you're supposed to be yawning, not trying to gnaw me. Why are you trying to gnaw me? I'm a Reaper bunny. You don't want to eat the Reaper bunny. I think that's a bad idea. Reaper bunnies aren't very good. And I don't have any chocolate eggs either. Like, I know that is a misconception that bunnies have all the chocolate eggs, but I don't have those. I don't have them. Okay, let's see. Thanks for the follow, Red Hawk. I don't remember when we're supposed to attack this one. Hi, how's it going? How are you doing on this lovely Friday? That's awesome. Yeah, I normally do stream on Fridays. My schedule has been a little inconsistent lately just because of, well, my Windows system basically decided to shred itself. That's the short story there. Yeah, its kernel decided to shred itself, so I had to completely rebuild everything on Linux. So it's been a major backup on content, major backup on streaming and everything. Like, so it's been a little crazy. I do promise I do have some TikTok content that I am planning to get up and going. But I also know TikTok has been super inconsistent as far as like sharing my content. So I do apologize about that. But I'm so glad that you do follow me on TikTok, and I'm so glad that you are doing good. I am doing pretty great. I'm so happy it's Friday. So happy for Friday. Hey, I guess we're going that direction. I have no idea where the rocks are. Okay, I guess that's not where the rocks are. Oh, he wants to eat. No, we're not eating. I am not a chocolate bunny. I am not a chocolate bunny. I know my skin is on the dark side. But it's not a chocolate bunny. Really wish I knew. Let's see. Inhale colorful rock formations on the ground. After it inhaled all 4 rock piles. So I'm assuming if there are no colorful rock piles left, then it's edible? Yeah, like especially like end of January to now has been so extra inconsistent. Like sometimes I'll get current posts. Most of the time I get posts that are several months old. There's still sometimes I get posts from all the way back in November. And I'm like, that's kind of worrisome, but yeah, that one, it's super inconsistent. I do cross post all of my stuff that I post on TikTok though. I post them to YouTube Shorts and I post them to Instagram. That way there's that way hopefully it gets out there in some form when I post content. Which is unfortunate because I'm like, I know most people found me on TikTok, but TikTok has just been, I'm like, ooh, what's going on TikTok? And that's not just me that's been impacting. Like I noticed that like it gave me an alert saying that, oh, for few follower counts that are your size, you're at 90%. And I'm like, 90%? Like I the view counts were much higher than this before January, but after January it was like I'm lucky to hit 300 views. It's like which I mean, it's fine. It's fine if that's all the reach that it's getting, but I was like, wow, it like plummeted compared to how it used to be, I guess. Like it's just been completely and totally weird. I don't remember these mobs, so I think we got what we needed to do. But I also feel like TikTok has been inconsistent with like there have been plenty of times where I've liked someone's post and then I'll be messing with the app and I'll go to show a video to someone and I'm like, oh yeah, let me show you this video I liked earlier, and I can't find it anywhere in my life. And then it'll be like a day or two later it shows up on my FYP again, like, so I never liked it. Like it's yeah, it's so bizarre. It does like the opposite of what you would expect it to be doing. Like it totally. Wait, there's a tangled sea barrier? What is this tangled sea barrier? I'm curious about this tangled sea barrier. I think that's what we want. I don't know. But yeah, it's it's just so unfortunate that it's like it hit everybody in the weirdest way, and it just never seemed to get fixed up. Like, I don't know if that was their intention after that whole buyout situation or what, but it's like it's not the app that it used to be. It's so unfortunate. Okay, well, now we've got this mermaid. I feel like with the variant dungeons here, we missed this. Yeah! So glad that you were finally able to catch a stream. Like that. Like, I know that my stream schedule is not necessarily ideal for a lot of people. Unfortunately, it's I'm like, it's about all I can manage because I have my toddler all day, and so I can't stream too much during the day, and then it's like I have to oh yes, there's also the Discord for alerts. Thank you for bringing that up, Euler. But like with the stream times, it's like I can't, like Sundays I'm able to stream during the day a little bit because my husband can make sure that he is ready to go for when she wakes up from her naps. But then let's see, okay, we got C-Force going first, and then I lost my train of thought. Oh gosh. I promise I do plan to go to the doctor to fix whatever's going on with my brain. Now my train of thought really is. I promise. I will get it back. I will get it back. But yeah, during the week, I remember what I was talking about now. During the week, like my daughter doesn't go down until about 7, so like during the day I am hanging out with her for the most part, and then after she goes down I have about enough time to make sure that I've got everything ready to go for stream. Then I stream, and then not super long after I finish stream I end up crashing. That's not what I wanted. Oh my goodness, I am doing so horrible with my rotation. I totally just ate like 3 of them. Yes, my husband and I had talked about doing something like that. But I'm not gonna lie, I honestly, like, so many nights, I'm like, I just mentally cannot, like, I mean, I forgot what I was talking about mid-sentence, like, not even 5 minutes ago. So I'm like, I don't know that my brain should be trying to handle, any sort of, like, savage or harder content right now. Oh, okay, we've got, okay, Seahorses first. We've also got the, we've got bubbles happening at the same time, okay. Oh my goodness, oh no! Oh my goodness, oh no, oh no! Oh man, I totally just super messed up my rotation. Like, I hit my gluttony, and then damn it. That was dumb on me. Yeah, I am totally not up to stuff. Like last expansion, I felt like I was doing pretty good with the Savage content. But yeah, no, this expansion, not it for me. Like, not until I can figure out what's going on with me mentally, and then, like, if I can get that all situated, then maybe. Then maybe, like, it'd be awesome if, like, next expansion I could do Savage content again. Oh, come on, I was not even. Okay, she left the opening over here. I'm just gonna be ultra lazy and just be like, guess what, I'm just gonna use that ability. Even though I probably could have been using my range casting. But it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay. I've only got 2 vuln stacks. It's all good. It's all good. I just knew better than to do my regular first. I knew I needed to go ahead and throw an Arcane Crest out there. And there go my frames again. I do apologize for the frames dropping. I'm still getting a handle on OBS. OBS is like before I moved over to Linux, I was using Meld Studio. I'd used OBS before. Like it's not 100% new to me, but OBS on Linux is definitely new to me. And yeah, I definitely need to get the frame things figured out. But it just seems like it's just a random frame spike now. It's not seeming like it's happening due to encoding or rendering lag like I was having before. Not sure why. Now it's just like, guess what? We're just gonna randomly drop. Even though like I've limited different things so that way they don't completely overtake OBS and starve OBS of resources. But I must have missed some settings. Yes, it does always seem to be a pain. And that was why I really liked using Meld Studio. Like I felt like it was like it was one that it was good to just not necessarily have to think too hard about it. You could just get it up and going so easily. And with OBS, I feel like there's always something I gotta tweak. Like with my other microphone, like because I recently switched microphones. I was using a Logitech Blue Yeti, and now I am using Audio Techna. And with the old one, apparently with Linux, Blue Yetis just have a weird quirk about them where it's like most of the time you have to unplug and replug your microphone at boot every time and then hope for the best. Like sometimes it'll figure it out, most of the time it doesn't, and then on top of that you had to pull open the graphical overlay to remap everything, and it was ugh. But fortunately the Audio Techna is not only does it have the hypercardioid, it is a little bit more plug and play when it comes to Linux. Whereas Blue Yeti, not that the Blue Yeti was bad, especially after making certain tweaks to it, but it didn't help that one of the tweaks typically was using Easy Effects. And Easy Effects just did not want to cooperate with me. I'm not very good with sound. And I kept breaking Easy Effects. So, like, that did not help. Like, at all. Got a couple of thieves here that are merchants who's supposedly supposed to be the main character, not the super awesome bodyguard. Like, come on. Why? 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 We're gonna follow a merchant instead. Not the awesome bodyguard. Like, sure. And it's just like, oh, sorry. It's just what it decided. Start did. Sure. Sure. Totally believe you. Yeah, for it's definitely not that I, like, dislike the Blue Yeti by any means. Like, I still have it, and I will probably find some sort of use for it. But, especially with, my setup, I'm in a very open space. So, without having applications like, NVIDIA Broadcast, because with NVIDIA Broadcast, I would need to be on Windows, but NVIDIA Windows just don't get along right now. They just seem to be breaking each other, which is what happened to my system. Like, it was like one stumbled and then caused the rest of the empire there on my computer to crumble. Without NVIDIA Broadcast, it's like everything in the area gets picked up really bad. Even with using Noise Torch and, shoot, I can't remember what the other, deep is called, but there's another deep filter. I'm actually using both of them. Like, I have it go through a deep noise filter, and then I have it go through Noise Torch, so that way I extra get everything filtered out. But yeah, with, like, the NVIDIA Broadcast is so great to use with that Blue Yeti. I just... It didn't work right with Linux, and then, like, even if I could get it to plug in, yeah, it would mess up with OBS, and I would always have to open up my sound graph and fix the connection to OBS, and then hope it would work. Like, there were too many layers of hope it would work. And I'm like, this equipment is too expensive to just not decide it wasn't going to work. Like, that's not okay. But I did not have any of those problems on Meld whatsoever. It was just having to make sure I had to set up NVIDIA Broadcast with it, and then I can't remember what other apps that I had going on. I didn't need as many apps as what I was running. I mean, it's live and learn, I guess. But unfortunately, like, especially since I made the move to Linux, I definitely can't use meld right now unless I were to try to use it in wine or something like that, which I don't think would be very good for streaming. Like I think I think that would be worse than just trying to deal with OBS. But unfortunately, Meld Studio doesn't have any plans to do a Linux version in the near future. Or at the very least, it's like, it's been talked about, but it's not on their roadmap for anytime soon. Like, well, that's a major bummer. Like, I would love to keep using it, but I could not, I literally could not do anything with Windows anymore. Like, it kept blue screen of death and claiming that the kernel was erroring out. Like, it was that bad. So it was, and that was even after going through the whole process of wiping the drive that had my operating system on it, reinstalling Windows, and it was still just staying in that bad of a state. Like, I tried so many things to try to save it on Windows, because most of my applications I didn't have on the same drive as my operating system, so it made making the quick decision to do that really super easy because I didn't have to back up all that much. But it was just like, nah, just go stay shredding. Trying to remember, we had different things that we were supposed to place. Okay, I see the purple glow. Oh, no, up there. There we go. Okay. We got the glowy rock. We got the glowy rocks. We did the glowy rock. Glowy rock should... The thing's magnetized and moved. The good thing is that despite still having some frame issues, I do still have tricks up my sleeve for trying. Like I have not ran out of options. Like I do think there are still a few things that I can do to keep from losing frames the way that I am, because I think what's happening is that I think most of the problem is OBS. Like, for some reason, it just keeps leaking out just a couple frames during rendering and encoding of everything. And it's not losing too much. It's just losing a little bit, and then that little bit of a flow ends up becoming a raging river that the dam can't quite block. And it takes a while for that flow to just get out of the way. So when that flow starts happening, then my frames everywhere, so it's like not just stream, like my entire computer just starts having frame issues. And I just lag for about 5 seconds or so, and then it starts being okay again. It's weird, but I do have ways to be able to fix it, and I should have used my soul, so dang it. Okay, so my right is bad. I said, screw it, I'm just gonna take that damage anyway. Okay. So in front of me and to my right is bad. Or I guess I should say north and east. Okay, so I'm okay with this. Laggy lag lag. Yeah, like the moments like that where I started lagging on stream, I'm like, I could tell that I'm lagging because I'm actually lagging in game. Like, it is just it's all lagging. And I've exhausted vast majority of the resources as far as what is potentially leaking frames, but I do, as I said, I still have options. I forgot where my arm's length was at. Yeah, I do lag a bit in game. Fortunately, it's not like it's not super unbearable. I don't like it. And fortunately, like with content like this, I'm like it is what it is. It's fine at the end of the day. Like I'd prefer for it not to lag on YouTube though. Like if I were doing hardcore content, I'd be like, well, idealistically we wouldn't have this lag at all. But OBS doesn't always work with ideal. I know, healer, but might as well get the variant heal over time on there. Okay. So south is bad for me. I did not pay attention to the fact that... Just go... Aw, arm's length does not work on it! I did not pay attention to the fact that I had a... That was double positive. Whoops. Whoops, 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 whoops. We had the same poll. I didn't pay attention. I just automatically assumed opposite polls. Okay, so east and south are bad for me. Okay, so I want to be over here. Yes, thank goodness, because if that was going to be an instant wall kill, that would have been that wouldn't have been fun. And I am totally butchering my rotation, but it's okay. He's dead. Ooh, I got the parasol. I got the parasol. They could give us a parasol. They can't give us the cute little mount, but they could give us a parasol. So lovely. How nice of them. Okay, so before I head off of stream, thank you, Euler, again for bringing up the Discord there. If you type !Discord, it will give a invite link to the Discord community. And in the Discord community, there are quite a few resources that are listed in there. And I do have alerts that go out for any time a YouTube post goes out or a TikTok post goes out. I don't have one for Instagram at the moment because most of the ones for Instagram cost money. Unfortunately, I'm too broke for that. I just bought a Legion Go 2. I have priorities. I want a gaming system. And then there's also a fluxer server because of all of the concern with Discord and everything. And I will eventually move over to the fluxer server and shut down the Discord server. But right now, fluxer is still in a public beta as opposed to being completely and totally finalized. So it is still a work in progress. It has stabilized quite significantly in its first month of launch. Actually might be on month, like there might be 2 months under its belt now. But it hasn't been in a public beta for very long, and I feel like it has stabilized quite significantly, especially for how small its team is. It was a single dev project for a very, very long time, and they recently, very recently expected to have more than one person working on it. But honestly, it's pretty nice too. I do have alerts happening over there too. I don't have them for TikTok. I just have them for YouTube, Twitch, and Kick over there. Twitch and Kick alerts are also in the Discord. But as far as the Fluxer server, it's just YouTube, Twitch, and Kick that get alerts, because I did have to code those bots myself. And with the alert bots over there, I was having a hard time getting the RSS feed stuff to work with TikTok and Instagram because they intentionally don't want you to get that information. They intentionally, they change it up quite a bit because they want people already living on their apps. They don't want you having to get an alert from somewhere else and migrate over. No. They want you living there. So they made it a pain for me to get that feed information and everything. I don't know how bots like Sapphire do it, but they're amazing and they cracked the code and got it all figured out and everything. And thank you, Euler, for going ahead and typing the exclamation mark fluxer and getting that pulled up in the chat too, because that is a link to the Fluxer server and all of that. I did bring over all of the resources that I shared in the Discord server over to Fluxer as well. It's not quite the same organization because it is on Fluxer's roadmap to integrate threads. The developer really just wanted to make sure to get it just perfect, and he wasn't happy with what he had developed by the time of the public beta. So he did not launch it with the public beta, but he does plan to launch it sometime soon. Like, that's one of the early things on theirs. But then they also have some other things on their roadmap, such as Federation, things like that, which should be a really good thing for anybody that is concerned about privacy or anything like that, given all of the Discord changes and stuff. I am working on getting caught back up on content. I do have a couple videos to post this weekend, and then I will still be playing catch up. I used, like, before all the Linux stuff, I was getting everything ready like a whole week ahead. But unfortunately, the whole Linux stuff really threw a wrench in my schedule, and I ran out of videos to post. So I am working on playing catch up. I do have a couple videos to post, and I will continue getting that content back up and going. And both the videos I have ready for posting are both informational. They're not just stream clips or anything like that. So yay! Yay, regular content instead of just stream clips. Not that stream clips are bad. I know that Cat Zelda is always a fun thing to have, but I also like having my information content getting out there too. But anyhow, if you have any content suggestions or have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to drop them at the Discord too, or in the Fluxer, either one. I do keep an eye on both of them. I would be more than happy to help out with any questions, as are those in the community too. It's a pretty friendly and open community. And like, the whole premise is helping each other out. And thank you all so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate all of you. I have an absolute blast streaming with all of you, and I'm so glad to be back, have everything back at it, you know. Like, I was getting really down and upset when I wasn't streaming there for a bit. So glad to be back. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful, fantastic Friday. As I said, I will not be streaming this Sunday because of the holiday. My family wants to hang out, and I want to make sure they have a chance to spend some time with my daughter because, like, she is their world. So, like, I can't deprive them of that, you know? But I will be back at it on Tuesday. Very likely on Tuesday, I will be back at it with Boba to make up for the fact that Sunday is canceled. And it will probably play or resume with some of that informational content and everything like that. always a good thing to know a lot about minions. There's plenty of minions that I do not have. One of these days I will get that penguin. I want that penguin minion from the gold saucer. I want it so bad. Yes, I'm so glad that you were able to tune in to Red. It was so great to finally have you be able to catch a stream. But anyhow, have a wonderful night, y'all, and hopefully I'll be able to catch y'all Tuesday night.
you.